I want to make a video and call it. I want to make a video and call it Human Toy Story. Like, you'll die in certain ways, and you can be frozen, but be near a house and revive just so you can get warmth after you're frozen. They steal your jacket. You wake up pissed, like literally with urine, because you pissed yourself. No shoes, other shoes. They leave you out of coat. You freeze to death. Somehow you revive 5 hours later after drinking vodka, passing out in the snow. Or you'll be strapped to a chair and you'll start hallucinating more than you ever have before. In a jail, in a strap chair for 10 minutes. Or what else? What else? You'll be knocked. You'll be knocked unconscious for 8 days, like me, and wake up 8 days later in a hospital and somehow you survive again. It's like Human Toy Story, and like I'm saying before, if you eat your semen, sperm, you'll like mutilate yourself. I was in a hospital setting. That's how I survived that situation of eating my own semen and sperm. And later, when I ate it in the future, I would take pills to calm me down, like fish oils. I don't do it anymore. I just want to just throw it away and not do nothing. But it's like a Matrix type deal where you're not in a computer. Your brain is a computer. You're human, and you wake up in the future with the same people, but they're not the same people. You age and you age with them. So if you wake up, let's just say 8 days later, and it's really not 8 days later, but it seems like 8 days later, they age 8 days later. If you freeze to death and it's the same night, you'll wake up 5 hours later and they age 5 hours later. But if you travel through time, like sleeping and not remembering what you did in the past except certain events, never remembering your old town or never visiting your own town, unless you eat your woman out and somehow you eat your semen and remember that you had an old town, like Alberta, Utah, and you go back and visit your town in an old beat up 2001 Ranger, cab and extended half, cab and a half. It's like a Matrix type Toy Story deal where everything seems the same, but it's not, and you're always waking up in the future. And if other humans wake up in the future, as if there's any humans around, I don't know. I don't really care, who cares? But what I'm saying is that if a long time passes by, the same people are not the same people, but they age too. It's like a Matrix type deal. Something's happening to us where something doesn't want you to eat. And all this bullshit about COVID-19, where they won't even let you bring food to patients in hospitals, kind of proves the point that there's something out there that doesn't want you to eat. You can't visit family members even though you can cover your face and shit like that. And they're restricting people to bring food. And that happened even before COVID-19 when I was at Utah Valley Medical Regional Center, where they stopped letting people bring food. And that's just one step to like animals, whatchamacallit, dominating animals. And as for heaven, I don't believe in heaven, but there's a heaven, I don't know. And all I'm saying is like Human Toy Story. But I believe in eternity. But I believe we're gonna forget, like in the Bible says, God drew a rainbow to not let people forget, and for Him for not to forget, knowing that everybody's gonna forget and be like, that's what I just believe in. Reborn, because voices tell me shit like that. I hear voices, I see shit, I hallucinate. I feel things, Like last night I was being stitched together with my shoulders. I had robotic arms tattooed to me. And I had a Ouija board on my back, on my chest. And I started seeing like pelicans that were flying. And then they turned into like four winged birds that flew like jets, and then turned into like transformers disguised as limousines. It's pretty weird shit, you know. And the jet fuel was real, it was like nice and blue through the back only. They all look luminescently blue and shit like that. But I don't know. What I say is true, you know. I don't care what the voices say. I just see my observations about time lapses in my memory where I used to eat my semen and I would see the reality of my favorites, where there's time lapses of time where I would watch TV all the time and sometimes I'd be in school, but like there's time lapses of my favorites where it would be years later and shit like that in the time lapses. Or my memory where I should have been in one place and it was already like 2012 when the apocalypse came, when it should have been like 2010, but it only passed like a few months in memory and it was already 2012 and then 2015 and stuff like that in the past too as a kid, you know, shit like that where it should have been the first grade and all of a sudden I was in the third grade and all of a sudden the fifth grade and then all of a sudden like sixth grade was like another different town and then just like that it was the seventh grade and just like that times would pass really fast like something's trying to kill us. And I'm not saying that if we were in their place we wouldn't do the same, but it's like it's alive, whatever is trying to kill us as human toys. But when there's a real human in the flesh, it's like life forms come out of us. And that's just speculation, what they say about me having phantom ghosts, bones, and phantom flesh in other places like Arizona. And having life forms coming at me. That's just what they say, trying to uh, torment me. Thank you. Bye.